So we're going to learn how to really manage the org chart in HelloTeam. So you scroll down the left side and you click Manage Org Chart, and that'll bring you to the option to make any edits you'd like to make, and really move around and use the full functionality. So just to kind of use how to use the org chart, you can see from the top who is in the organization. And if you're looking to see who is reporting underneath a specific person, we can look at myself, for example, as Ariana Mankey, and you can see that Beth Cole and Sharon Mahoney are my reportees. Then you can keep going down this tree to continue down the hierarchy of the company. And then to go back up, you simply click that button again. And you're able to easily just drag and drop people to move them to a different department. If, let's say, now Sharon works for Beth, you can just click and drag her over, and then you can see the option now to move just Sharon or Sharon's reportees or only some of them. So for here, we can do move employees with all subordinates. So you can do this with an entire department. If suddenly now one department is now working for a different one, you simply just hit confirm. And now you can see that Beth is the only one reporting underneath Ariana. And now Beth has this whole team and Aaron reporting underneath her. So that's a pretty good feature. And then from here, you can also give any information that you can look up about the person, how many high fives they have, and give them a new high five, or go directly to their profile through clicking more details. I can also give directly a high five from here. Now, you can also move around by simply searching for an employee in the org chart. So for here, I'm going to look up Elizabeth Sarmiento, and this will pull up her information directly in the org chart to find whoever you're looking for. An important thing to notice when using the org chart for the format is that if there is a group of reportees underneath somebody, so for example, Trish Cunniffs, anybody who doesn't have any reportees underneath them will kind of be grouped together if there's more than 5 of them. So in this case, there's 8. So just to kind of increase the visibility and the usability of the org chart, they're grouped to the side together. And then anybody with reportees gets pushed to the right. So that'll happen in any case where there's more than 5 reportees and there's some of them without any reportees themselves. So that's an important thing to notice. And I think the last piece of the org chart is that we have a new feature that's called a dotted line. So it's there to signify any changes, any relationship that isn't hierarchical. So let's say, for example, Andrew Null is working with Ariana, but not directly in a hierarchical where he's reporting to her or she's reporting to him. So you can go in here and add a dotted line and add above, add below. It doesn't really matter. And then you just type in the name of anybody. So you can do Ariana Mankey, save that. And now that'll show up here. So if you see that, oh, Andrew Null has one person with a dotted line to him, you can click on it and see that it's Ariana. You don't necessarily need to be using that feature, but it's completely up to your discretion in how you'd like to use that. Again, with a lot of these org charts, it's pretty self-explanatory. We do a good job of the kind of drag and drop. And the only other questions we've had from some people is that, how come this window kind of cuts off at this point? But that's because for the typical user, they're not going to have this entire left side down. So their window will cut off right here, where you can see on my mouse. So that it really improves the usability for them. But I can understand also why, that would be a question. So I hope that answers a lot of your questions. And if you have any other questions related to the org chart, always send an email to support@helloteam.com. And we usually try and get an answer out to you within 12 hours.